Hello, welcome to the Diffie-Hellman key exchange method discussion. We have seen in our SSL and cryptography discussion on how important is the key exchange mechanism for secure communication on the internet. Diffie-Hellman is one of the popular methods for secure key exchange. Diffie-Hellman came up with this method of key exchange sometime around 1976, and it's been pretty popular in cryptography since then. Now, this method basically enables two parties communicating with each other to have a shared secret key to encrypt the data that is being transmitted. It is important to note that key is not exactly being exchanged, but we are creating the key together with other information that is being exchanged. So let's take an example. We have two individuals. Let's call them Jeev and Rahul. Jeev and Rahul exchange information on open channel, which means everybody can listen to. And yet, only both of them come up with the same secret key, which other observers who have all the information being exchanged cannot derive. It may sound a bit non-intuitive, but it will become clearer as we go along. It's common to use the analogy of colors to explain the concept behind this. So we'll be talking colors for next few minutes and then we'll get to the numbers. The principle behind this is simple, that it's easy to mix the two colors, but it's not easy to demix the two. You cannot make out what colors were mixed to arrive at a final color. In this example, we'll mix 1 liter of blue and 1 liter of light green, and we get 2 liters of dark green. However, given 2 liters of dark green, it's not easy to find what colors were mixed to get to this shade. Only solution is that we do some hit and trial and come close. Now let's say Jeev and Rahul want to have a secret shade color between them by exchanging information on an open channel, which means Eve, who's the eavesdropper, or everyone else is able to listen to this. To do this, there are several steps. First, Jeev and Rahul agree on one common color. In this case, we call it C1, and which is a public information or public color. Then they both pick a secret color of their own. Let's call it C2 and C3, which is not shared with anyone else, so this is private. Then they mix the two colors, the common color and the secret color of their own, and come up with C1 plus C2 and C1 plus C3. Then they exchange the resultant color between both of them. Jeev gets C1 plus C3, Rahul gets C1 plus C2. Even though Eve can see the mixed color, but she cannot derive the C2 or C3 from that. At least there is no easy way to do it. Then Jeev and Rahul add their secret color to the color they received from each other. So if you see, in the end, they both have the same color, which is C1 plus C2 plus C3. Eve will have C1, C1 plus C2, C1 plus C3, but she cannot get C1 plus C2 plus C3 from that. So this is the trick, and next we'll be using the same concept with numbers. Now, to do this with numbers, we need a numerical procedure which is easy to compute in one direction and hard in the reverse direction. This brings us to what we call one-way functions. If we take a function g raised to the power k mod p equal to a, it is easy to get the value of a if we know g, k and p. Just a reminder, mod is a remainder when we divide two numbers. Now reversely, if we know the value of a, p and g, we cannot find the value of k, or it's not easy to tell what power was g raised to for getting the value of a. What this means is there is no mathematical formula to arrive at that. With a small number, we can try all possible values of k and see which one matches the result, but with large numbers that's not possible. This is called discrete logarithmic problem. In this, p is a prime number and g is a primitive root of p, which means if g is raised to different values of k with the mod of p, we get different value each time. We can take an example with small numbers of 3 and 5, and we can see we get a unique answer when we raise 3 to the power of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, and we mod it with 5. Now let's assume p is a huge number. By huge number we mean really huge. We are talking 600 digits, and k is another huge number. Then the problem becomes really difficult to solve. This is the basis for Diffie-Hellman method. Now we replace the colors with numbers using mod function we just discussed. Jeev and Rahul choose a common pair of numbers 7 and 71. 71 is a prime number and 7 is a primitive root of that. Then they pick a private number x and y of their own, which is not shared with anyone. While we don't know the values of x and y, Jeev and Rahul respectively know that. Then they compute a function which is 7 raised to the power x mod 71 and 7 raised to the power y mod 71. The result they get is 51 and 4. They exchange their results on an unsecured channel, which means everybody can see that. Now the challenge for Eve is to derive the value of x and y from that number which is exchanged on an open channel, which is not easy. Now Jeev and Rahul take the values exchanged and apply the mod function with the secret number of their own, which is of their own as an exponent, which is x and y. Jeev will do 4 raised to the power x mod 71 and Rahul will do 51 raised to the power y mod 71. They both arrive with an answer of 30 because they are computing the same function, which is 7 raised to the power x times y mod 71. Now 30 is the shared secret key. Eve cannot compute this value with the information that was exchanged on the open channel. Can you arrive at this answer? Or can we get the values of x and y? We can surely try. We can write a small program and try all possible values of x and y. But when the numbers become 600 digit long, trying all possible values not just becomes difficult but impractical. By the way, the values of x and y in this case is 5 and 12. X is 5 and the y is 12. So in summary, Jeev and Rahul have arrived at a secret shared string of 30, which is the symmetric key to be used in encrypting the data to be transmitted between both of them. So this concludes the description of how the secret key exchange happens using Diffie-Hellman method.